Aloha, everyone. My name is Janice Burnside. I am a student at UH Manoa, majoring in public health. And this summer, I've been interning, with the wonderful people at Mental Health America of Hawaii. And I will be facilitating meditation as part of our Munch and Learn series today. And so let's get started. So I wanted to start with a quote from Sri Chinmoy, and it's, "I meditate so that my mind cannot complicate my life." And I do love this quote a lot because times I think we can all acknowledge that it's been a little bit difficult, or if not extremely difficult, this past year and a half. And so I think this quote really embodies what we're going to cover today. So if we can go to the next slide. You might be asking yourself, what is meditation? So for this purpose, meditation is a self-care and coping technique, and its purpose is to aid in reducing anxiety and stress. What it involves is actually creating an awareness of your thoughts or feelings without judgment, and then hopefully in turn, or with time, or if you're lucky, immediately, to understand these feelings without judgment again. And so there are various forms of meditation, and some include mindfulness, or sometimes we focus our mind on a particular object or maybe a particular activity. And then also another form is sound meditation. But I also wanted to make a distinction for what meditation isn't. So it's not about becoming a new or different person, although it can be transformative. It's not trying, so I'm guilty of this one, but not trying to turn off our thoughts or feelings. When I first heard of it, believed that, oh, we should have an empty mind. And when I tried to practice meditation, I was like, this is not working for me. So that's not really what it's about. It's also not a religion or a cult. And as I mentioned, it's not a blank mind, so don't feel that pressure. And I, again, wanted to just make this distinction before we get started or practice today. And so there are a lot of benefits. As I mentioned, it can be a self-care or coping technique. And what it can do is really reduce our stress if we practice regularly. And in turn, this can lower our blood pressure. It can also lengthen our attention span or help us focus a lot easier. It's also been proven, there have been studies that meditation is effective for pain management. So for those who may be experiencing chronic pain, maybe incorporating some meditation might help to relieve it sometimes. And then it can also improve your immune function and improve sleep. So I've included some journal articles there as well. If any of you guys want to read them, please absolutely reach out and I can send them to you. And then also I wanted to give some tips. Some of us maybe have practiced meditation for a while now, or some of us might be new. I wanted to acknowledge the people who are new today, and I wanted to give some tips. So first of all, start small. Don't create pressure on yourself to, sit for 30 minutes and practice this. Maybe 5 to 15 minutes a day when we're starting out. But also we want to find the right time. And by this, I mean, if we're having a hectic day, for example, we're rushing off to work, or maybe our alarm didn't go off when we slept in. So we're in this rush, like we're late for work, or we're late getting the keiki out, or whatever it might be. We want to find the right time for this. So maybe during your lunch break, or at the end of the day when you can finally relax, whatever it is, but we want to be cognizant of the right time. And then as well, we want to find the right setting. So I included something that Dr. G has brought to my attention. It's a Danish concept called hygge. And really what it is this concept or lifestyle of comfort, or how I remember how to pronounce it, like a hug. That comfort or comfortable feeling that we feel And that can involve aromatherapy or soft lighting, cozy, comfy clothes or a blanket, or, a comforting, warm cup of tea. And of course, we want to be comfortable. But with that comfortableness, we want to check our expectations, especially when we're starting out. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. It might not go perfectly, and actually it probably won't. And that's okay, because it is a practice and it takes time. And I know for me, I sometimes struggle with it, and that's okay. And also, as I mentioned earlier in previous slides, there are various forms of meditation. And so I want to encourage you to try out those other forms. Maybe mindfulness is not something that really jives with us. So maybe we want to focus on sound meditation. And there are tons of resources out there for you to try them out and see which one works for you. And also, I want to note that even though one may be great for today, like for example, sound meditation, maybe tomorrow we're not really feeling it. So maybe we could try mindfulness instead. So just to be aware of everything that's available to you and being okay with trying out the different forms. Find what really speaks to you, and knowing that it can change from day to day or even hour to hour, depending on how often you want to do it. So we can get started. So today we're going to practice a form of meditation with a focus on loving kindness. We're going to play a video with music, and I will guide you through an example of a mindfulness meditation. So if we want to prepare, you can see me kind of shifting in my seat here. We want to sit up and get into a comfortable position. And before we get started, and I'll remind us again before we actually start, but we want to sit comfortable in our chair, but we also want to sit straight, but not strain ourselves. Like, don't focus too much on your posture. We want it to be a relaxed posture while sitting up. And then we also want to relax our shoulders, give them a couple shrugs maybe, release any tension in our jaw. And when we're ready, we can get started with the video. And we have music going too. So while that gets started, So as we're sitting in our chair, again, a relaxed posture. Relax your shoulders, release any tension in your jaw, and then allow your hands to rest comfortably in your lap, and then gently close your eyes. We're going to settle into this awareness of our body and breath. Feel into your body right now and notice what's there. Let's open ourselves to whatever we're experiencing in the body and in this moment, connecting to our breath. Notice your breath. Notice the wave-like movements of the belly. And in this practice, we'll be cultivating loving kindness. We all have in us a natural capacity for loving kindness. With friends or family, an unconditional and open, gentle, supporting, loving kindness. It's an opening of a compassionate heart to ourselves and to others. I wish that everyone be happy, including ourselves. And if acknowledging your own goodness is difficult, look at yourself through the eyes of someone who loves you. What does this person love about you? Can you recall the unconditional love you felt from a beloved pet? As you experience this love, notice how you feel in your body. Maybe you feel some warmth, maybe some heat in the face. Maybe you feel a gentle smile or a sense of expansiveness. Loving kindness is a natural feeling that's accessible to all of us, always. And resting with this feeling of open, unconditional love for a moment. Let yourself bask in the energy of loving kindness, breathing it in and breathing it out, inviting feelings of peace and acceptance. I'll be offering as guidance phrases that I've chosen for us today, but you're invited to alter these phrases and choose whatever words express your wishes of loving kindness. We want to extend this toward ourselves and others. And so now I offer these words in your mind for yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I be happy. And may I know the natural joy of being alive. Now, if you can open that circle of loving kindness by bringing to mind someone who is dear to you, or maybe if you'd like, you can think of someone that you've had a difficult relationship with. Try to reflect on this person's basic goodness, sensing what in particular it is that you may love about him or her, or remind yourself to see this person as a whole being, someone who feels pain and anxiety, someone who also suffers. See if it's possible to extend to this person the words of loving kindness in your mind. In your heart, try to feel the appreciation for this person and begin your simple offering. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be held in loving kindness. May you feel my love now. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you be happy. May you know the natural joy of being alive. And now, allow your awareness to open out in all directions, inviting yourself, a person dear to you, or a difficult person, all of the beings, humans and animals living everywhere, living in richness, poverty, war, peace, hunger, abundance, aware of all the joys and sorrows that all beings experience. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken and be free. And bring this practice to a close by coming back to extending kindness to yourself. Sit for a while and bask in the energy of loving kindness that may have been generated today. We'll take a deep breath in. Hold it for a second. And out. So that was a really brief introduction. I hope it was helpful. I know for me the audio was a little bit, it cut out a little bit, but I hope that it was helpful for you. And if anybody has any questions, we have time. Oh yes, and if you'd like some more resources as well, you can absolutely visit our website, mentalhealthhawaii.org. The address is also listed on this slide, and we have the numbers for the Oahu office and the Maui office as well. Oh, thank you for the kind words.
Aloha, this is Dr. G. I just noted that someone was asking about the music. And so what I will do is we typically record all of these Munch and Learn trainings. If you go to our YouTube page, you're going to find a playlist for them. And that way you can watch them and practice with them whenever you want to. And so we will make this brief kind of meditative ocean piece with the music available, and it will be on that playlist specifically.
I'm loving all of your comments. Thank you so much.
Everyone who attended will also be getting a PDF of the slides today, as well as when we get the recording posted to YouTube, it will be included and embedded into your email. So we're seeing a lot of awesome comments on this side. And I just want to give a special shout out to Janice, who has done these first 2 Munch and Learns and has done just such a beautiful job in setting a sacred space and really bringing that relaxation to all of us. I look forward to seeing her next class, which is next week. We did have a question about an object meditation. And just to be honest, there are a plethora of different kinds of meditations. The one object meditation that I have seen, and this one has been used actually quite often with Keiki, is choosing a rock that is a symbol of something. So choosing a rock and then imagining that's in a mountain. And then your meditation is about being strong like the mountain, being rooted deep into the earth. That is a type of object meditation. And I have seen adults who like to do work with like fire meditation, just to have a burning candle, because it gives them something to focus on and it's a little bit more concrete. And so people do have a preference. Some people have a preference more for that object meditation than kind of like scripted or more of a verbal meditation. And if you're asking about our presenter, it is Miss Janice Burnside, and she will be joining us next week, same day, same time, for a different type of meditation. I'm sorry, not meditation, relaxation. And next week's will be learning progressive muscle relaxation. So I highly recommend it. I don't see any other questions. So again, thank you so much for coming today. Absolutely. You can sign up, same registration that everyone used is the one that you would be using for all 6 of them, and people can sign up. I think that registration will be open until for the Munch and Learn. I actually think you can, it's an ongoing rolling meditation. For those who get the link today for the tape presentation, you'll actually get a link to last week's playlist as well, and you'll find them there. It's in the Munch and Learn playlist, so you will get that connection. Absolutely. All right, I'll hand it back over to you, Janice, if you have any closing words.
I just wanted to say thank you so much. I've been reading your comments and I'm so glad some of you have found some relaxation. If you didn't today, that's okay. Again, this is, these are all steps, and some days we have good times and other times maybe not as much. But I'd love to encourage you to keep trying. Maybe if you really enjoyed today, maybe try again tonight for about 5 minutes before you go to bed, and then just reap all of those wonderful benefits. So thank you so much for attending today, everybody. And I hope that you feel the loving kindness today and every day.